The day after I retired, my husband volunteered me, and I started out on the road visiting a reserve all over Saskatchewan, delivering courses. The section of the course that I taught was the section on finance. And our course participants were primarily women, though we did have some men attend the courses. But they were directed at women, and the finance course went from basic banking all the way to how to read a financial statement. So the idea was to give a course that would empower women to take some role in leadership on their reserves. It was a real eye-opener for me because I had actually never been on a reserve. I was born and raised in Saskatchewan and had never visited a reserve. So seeing some of the issues on the reserve and the housing on the reserve, the lack of employment opportunities, drugs, alcohol abuse, a lot of the problems that come out of sort of a hopeless situation are sort of 100-fold on the reserve than what you would see in the cities. So that shocked me. It felt like we were making a real difference with really practical issues, and that they could would brighten their day a bit, that they could move forward on some of their very basic problems and start to plan for their futures. One of the things that I've learned about working on the reserve is it takes a fair bit of time, a fair period of time for people to really get comfortable with the fact that you're there to help, because I think they've heard from consultants over the years that they're there to help, but ultimately there's no help forthcoming. That it's a short-term project. They take their fee and they leave, and there's no change. So with the projects that I've worked with in CESO, I have worked for one project. It began as a mentoring assignment, mentoring a specific small business. And I go into the business once a week, and I train employees, and I set up systems and set up accounting systems. And from that, over a period of 3 years, we're now at the point where a portion of the accounting work is just automatic. It's easily done and well done. And now we're moving to the second level where we're teaching accounting concepts and general ledger and posting and debits and credits, and so there's actual progress, and the manager of the business, who is a young Aboriginal woman, is getting reports back now on so that she can use the information that we're now gathering to help her better run her business. And so over a period of 3 years, we're finally getting to the point where people see the purpose of all of these systems being in place, and why you put them in place, and how you can use the data you've collected to help you run your business. So those things are all on a different level until you're actually in the job working on that and actually see the result. So that's been very satisfying. So I think what I found with my CESO assignments is they tend to be more in the medium to long-term range. You might have one assignment that is a teaching assignment that will last a year, but the assignments where you're doing mentoring, you're probably looking at a period of 2 to 3 years. And as a volunteer, I find that very satisfying, because I'm not going in, taking a shot and leaving, and I'm there on a consistent basis to see that the things that I've implemented are being carried. There's some carry through, and 1 day a week really isn't all that much work.